Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us on today.
Hi, you guys. My name is Paloma. I'm really excited to be here. I am from Washington State, and I'm going to go study community college and back home after this, and I'm going to go pursue a degree in psychology.
And my name is Amari Givers, and I'm from Milton, Georgia, kind of close to Atlanta, and I will be studying at the University of South Florida after this semester. Okay, so this picture is actually from the past Saturday. Me and my diversity and social justice class with Ruben, our professor, we went to the prevention of women violence against women's day, and so it was National Prevention of Violence Against Women Day. So we had a protest and a demonstration, and so that's why I have like the feminine signal on there. But why I came to Verto, I decided to go to Verto because, again, I said I'm going to USF, South Florida, and I got accepted into spring 2024. And there were many options that I could do, but the one that stood out to me the most was to study abroad during that semester where I wasn't on campus. And at first, honestly, I was really iffy about it just because it's not normal for a freshman to go abroad and just like leave high school and leave the country. But I wanted to come to Verto because I don't know, just I wait, sorry, I'm nervous. But my parents like they reminded me because I went last summer I studied I went to Europe with my school and I just remembered how much I enjoyed it. And so we went on the Zooms and we like looked more into Verto. We saw Mateo.
Yeah.
And we like met more people on Zoom and I was like, wait, this is something I really want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
What about you?
I decided to do Verto because I'd never had any interest in traveling previously. It really was something that's out of my comfort zone. But I just wanted a fun way to like kickstart college and try something new, do something that was like kind of out of character for me. It seemed like a really cool experience, and I was ready to just like try something new and like start college in a new and interesting way that I hadn't really heard about before, and that nobody else of my friends had done either. So yeah, it just seemed like really cool and interesting to me, and I'm really glad that I did that. Okay, so this picture you can see me and my roommate Gracie, who happens to be my best friend, which is really fortunate. We're at this same demonstration that Amari was talking about earlier. You can kind of see Raul there. He's one of our best friends also, but he's hiding a little bit. So my semester so far, Raul and Gracie are like a couple of my best friends. I've made some incredible friends here. I have a really tight knit group of friends that I'm really thankful to have met. And I also have like really connected with like, getting to know this area in a way. And I've never been to Europe. So like in my life until now. So this was really cool. And like getting to know my professors and my classes and like just really meeting these people, my friends who I like really have connected with is such a special thing.
Definitely. My semester has also just been amazing. Whether it's just the people, the teachers, my academic success coordinator, Nadia, or Fran, my student life coordinator, or just Sevilla has really become a second home. And so I'm so sad about leaving next Saturday, which is insane to like hear out loud.
Right.
But it's just been so good. The food, all the activities, everything that Verto has for us to like offer. Me and Paloma have probably been to like almost every
We've been to all the activities. Me and Amari tried to like do everything.
We've been on it just because we wanted to make the most of our experience. Totally. In the beginning, 3 months sounds like a long time, but really it's flown by so fast. And so I'm really thankful that I did take advantage of some of the opportunities that we're going to talk about later in this presentation. But yeah, that's been our semester. Okay.
So one thing about like my experience that I've really enjoyed is like the care team, because the care team has like, I feel like a lot of colleges don't have something like this where like, in a typical university, you might go off and be alone, like, not know anybody else at your school. So having this care team is like a built-in home base, which is extremely helpful to like me. And Amari's in my care team, my best friend Raul is in my care team, and like having that first week where I really got to like connect with them and like meet these people was so helpful to make me feel like comfortable right away and like be around these people right away. And Amari, if you want to talk about this picture.
Yeah, this picture. So on the left is Ash. this is also from the protest last Saturday. So Ash, Janelle, our professor Ruben, and on the right is Sadie, and her friend was visiting, and so she even brought her friend to the protest. And so yeah, like how you were saying, just the care teams have really been like an extended family. It's been really welcoming. Again, Fran and Nadia, thank you guys so much, because it really is hard. Like I was like talking to someone at the residence, like we kind of are like fresh out of high school. And so completely leaving, not even just leaving your home, but leaving the country has been hard. But the care team, like especially that first discovery week, it was really nice, like, and welcoming to know that like we kind of have like it split up to where we can like get closer with people within these care teams and do these activities together. So like I was saying, that's Ruben, my professor for diversity and social justice. And I was just going to talk a little bit about that class. It's just so amazing because at home in the US, we really don't talk about like certain subjects. We know racism, like homophobia, transphobia, but we don't ever dive into that in school. And so I've really enjoyed this course just because not only are we like talking about it, like not debating about it, but we're also going out of our way. We're going to protest or we're going to BLL Verde. Like, so it's been really nice, like having that hands-on experience, but also like talking with students in class and hearing people with different backgrounds. So I've learned so much from that class and from Ruben.
I also wanted to talk about Carlos, who is a professor that I totally appreciate. I have him for history of film and principles of communication. So having him for 2 classes, like, makes it just like that much closer, you know. And like I'm always sitting in the front row because he is such an engaging teacher. He in the classroom, his style of teaching is just so engaging and entertaining, and he also is so good at like modifying to everyone's learning style, which I so appreciate. Like he understands that I'm the kind of student that kind of like needs my space to work on a project, but if I need help, I'll reach out. And other people, he is like working with them one-on-one as they need it. Like he is just so good at like working with people one-on-one, which is such a fortunate thing. I've never had a teacher like that before.
Neither have I. Like something I've noticed, and I've probably said this to my parents like 1,000 times, is like how passionate the professors here at Verto Seville are. Like Carlos, Ruben, but also my business teacher Antonio, and Rosario, my elementary Spanish teacher. It's just like it's a new way of learning for me because usually at home, I mean, at school, I enjoyed school, but not as much as I have here because you can tell that the teachers like actually care about you. And so I don't know, that's just been definitely something I'm very thankful for being here for this experience.
Okay, our community is really interesting, like, because we've not been here before coming to this new place. I was nervous about like meeting people, but it's really cool because our residence also isn't just Verto people. It includes like people who go to the University of Sevilla and other people who are studying abroad. We actually have this one friend, Anna, who is like studying abroad here, and we made really good friends with her.
She's from the UK, so Verto London. Maybe used to reach out to her. An internship or something.
It's really cool to like and also this picture is also from the protest, which is, it's so cool to see all of like our friends coming together, you know, but it's really interesting to have like the community and the residents is so like tightly knit, like eating dinner together every night with, you know, Amari and my friends Gracie and Raul and Sophie. Is like such a like special time to have that it's like built into your day to like make friends, you know. That's a really awesome thing.
And the community has just made like Seville is not a huge city, but it is big when we got here, and so like having the community around us has kind of made it feel a little bit smaller, whether it would just be like me recognizing people at the bus stop on the way to school that aren't Verto, but like us like smiling at each other, acknowledging that like we see each other every day. Or I've like made a lot of great connections with some of the Spanish students at the residence. And so something that was funny the other day, I was like walking down the river because it's beautiful here. So I just was like, I would go walking all the time. And I just look over and it's one of my friends just rowing in the middle of the river. And I was like, oh, hey. And it was like, I didn't even know he rowed. Like, it's just crazy. It's so nice seeing familiar faces just around the city. And you wouldn't think that you would, but like so common. And it's so common.
Yeah, it's really nice to have that together. Okay, So one of this picture is from when I was volunteering at the school to help teach English, which is one of the ways that I like get connected with like the Spanish culture, and because it's really cool because I'm there to teach them English, so I'm speaking about that kind of stuff, but hearing them is really fun because I get to like, you know, hear the Spanish accent and like meet people outside of my age group, and that's just like a really fun way for me to like, because I really wanted not only to be immersed like in my studies but be immersed in the Spanish culture, and this is a way to like, what better way than to go directly be fully surrounded by them, you know.
And like also some other ways that we've been just like extending the way we've learned outside of the classroom is some of the experimental Fridays that we participated in. Last week for my business class, we went to a startup business and we like got to talk to a lot of like interns or people who are starting up their businesses or need help, like need like a boost in becoming entrepreneurs. And so just being in those types of environments is like honestly really inspired me because I'm a marketing major, or I will be at USF. And so it's just inspired me to like want to like pursue that more. And so just those like experimental Fridays or
totally.
So those have been really nice.
And this is another so picture cute. When I was volunteering with the kids, I was playing a game with them that I was like, I had just taught them about like Washington State, where I come from, because I was like, I've learned so much about you guys. I want to like share that so that we know about each other. And I was like giving them a little test, and I'm like, okay, if Washington is a state, stand up on your chair, or like if Washington is in the Northwest, stand up on your chair, and if it's not, stay sitting. So that was like a fun way that we were all like laughing together. It was a lot of fun. I really loved that. So this is at the school, Nuestra Señora de las Mercedes, and I was working with this group of kids who is around like 13 years old, and the teacher's Maggie, and it was so fun to like get to know those kids and make those connections one-on-one, and like they're so eager to learn, you know, and it's just really an incredible opportunity in that way.
And this picture is of me actually this morning volunteering at the school. I was in the classroom with the 7-year-olds, and it's really nice going to the school every Thursdays when I go, and it's in a new neighborhood, so it's not where I go for school. So that's another way to like get to know the city. I've loved just like taking that walk every Thursday morning, like having my routine. Totally. And the kids are just so adorable, but I also have 14-year-olds that I was teaching, and I was so nervous about it because I don't know, like
it's an intimidating age.
It's an intimidating age. But like it was so nice like getting close to them and like talking about like just having conversations in English, because it was like their English class. So we would either talk about like football or how they wanted to FIFA for Christmas, or me and my friend Logan, he also was in the classroom with me, and we did like a presentation on Halloween, and they were like so interested in like Thanksgiving and Black Friday. They're like, wait, people actually like shop that late at night? And I'm like, yeah, it's an American thing. They're like, what? And so it's just been really sweet and like getting to know them. So that's definitely something I'm going to miss volunteering, because it's not something that I would have done before Verto, like volunteering in a school. But like I remember when Oscar put the QR code up for the volunteering, I scanned it and I was like, okay, I know I'm probably not going to like, I was really nervous to do it, but I just said anyways, and I'm so happy.
Today was our last day volunteering, and it was really sweet when the kids after in my class, and I'm sure in yours the same, they rushed up afterwards and they like gave a hug, and like it was really sweet to have like, and one girl like asked for a picture afterwards, Blanca, and I was like, that is so the thank you card, and then they all signed it. So it's really special. I'm gonna take this home. Mine is hiding in my backpack, but it's it was just a really special connection. Okay.
Self-discovery lab.
This picture is actually from last semester. I think this year our self-discovery lab was like kind of more of a small group. It was around 8 people. Intimate, so it was totally like very intimate thing to do. Nadia, who is right here, of course, and Maria Esther was our other host for it. And it's a really cool program where we work on like envisioning your ideal self, your future self, how to get there, how to become like the best version of yourself that you want to be. It's a lot about like transformation. And it did help me a lot personally. I really, really loved this. I have to say there's another also self-discovery lab hosted by other coordinators.
Sam
was a coordinator for that one.
And Aoife, I believe, But I was also in the self-discovery lab with Nadia and Paloma, and it was just so nice, like really just talking and like learning about myself, because again, that's something that I wouldn't usually like sign up. I don't usually journal or anything, but like Verto provided us with journals and like just all these different like crazy activities, which I don't know, it was so out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoyed it because it really helped me like focus on like what my future goals are and where I want to be and like how I want to grow as a person. So I'm very thankful for the self-discovery lab that I joined.
Yeah, and I also got to meet new people through that. Like there's this guy Colin, and I knew he played guitar and I knew he drew, and like I also do those things, but I'm kind of shy, you know. But then we had self-discovery lab together and we were paired up and we got to talking, and I'm like, we do have a lot in common. Like we are able to be friends, and that's just like, you know, a space you're able to make those connections and like on a deeper level too. So that was really I appreciated that about that, like having that space to create connections with people.
Morocco.
This is Roa in the picture. Yeah. She was one of the hosts from Morocco.
Yeah, so she was one of the hosts because I don't know if everybody knows, but the students, we stayed with host families, and Morocco was just the most amazing. I know I keep saying amazing, but it was just the most amazing experience ever, genuinely. Like me and Paloma were together on the bus and the views were just insane.
Gosh. Seeing the Reef Mountains was like truly like eye-opening. I love mountains, and they are just like, it was like shockingly beautiful, truly.
And like we were talking about this earlier. We were sitting next to each other and we were so tired because we had to wake up early, but we wanted to fall asleep, but we were like, wake me up when you see something pretty. But we just couldn't fall asleep. I was like, Paloma, look.
Yeah, like we couldn't fall asleep. It was just gorgeous the whole time.
Yeah, but just like other than the views, it was just so amazing. The culture, the people. My host family, Nuha, she was our age. She spoke English, and we stayed with her younger brother, her mom, and her grandma and her dad. And me, sorry, this is a lot of names. Raul, Ravi, and Navina were the other Verto students who were with me in the homestay. And it was just such a great experience because I stay in the residence here. So I wanted to like know what a little sneak peek of homestay life was like. And when I tell you they feed you so good.
Oh, that food was incredible.
The food was amazing. We had like plenty of dance parties each night. We would put on Moroccan music and they would show us the dances. And it was just so much joy. And the fact that like we don't even speak the same language as like the mom and the grandma, but like Arabic, like it was just something so new. And I mean, I learned how to count.
Count to 10.
Yeah. Wahed, Jush, Kleta, Abba, Hamza, Seta, Seba, Timinia, Stud, and Ashla.
There you go. There you go.
But that's just a little bit of what I've learned while I was there. I learned that because we were playing Uno, which is just like, I was like, wait, they play Uno in Morocco? I guess they play Uno anywhere, but it was just nice. We were like putting the numbers down and it was like, Wahed, or whatever.
That's so cute.
It was just such a great experience and learning and new things.
Yeah. My host was Jeanette, and her like the mom was Asma, and it was really cool because like the food was so good, and I was like, I need to know the secret, like I need to know how to do this. So I went into the kitchen while Asma was cooking, and I was like, can I watch? Like, can you teach me, please? And she was really like happily surprised that I was eager to learn. And she taught me how to make like the tortilla, and she even FaceTimed like her daughter who wasn't with us, and she was like, come say hi to Paloma. So it was really cool to like make that connection with her. It was really special.
It was just, Morocco was just a different experience that I've never thought I would have. Like I ended up eating sheep brain, and I was like freaked out at first when the grandma told me what it was. She was like, brain. What do you mean? But I tried it and it was amazing. And like it was just like so satisfying. I was like, wait, I just did that. Like I would have
conquered that fear.
Pre-Verto Amari would never ever cheat brain. But that just shows like how many new things we were trying in Morocco.
Totally, 100%.
Challenges, so this picture again is from, I think we saw this earlier, but it's from the protest again. Some challenges that I faced while I've been here has just been the language barrier. But I've overcame it so much. Nadia could say, because at first I was really just like unconfident when it came to my Spanish, even though I took it like early high school, middle school, I just like forgot a lot. So like coming here, it was really intimidating seeing like everyone speak Spanish. And like, but as I like, so I would go to the store and be like, can I have like agua, please? But like as I like talked, I like got connections with the students at the Spanish students at the residence. We would play foosball together. They would like tell me like some like phrases. And it was just so kind to see how like patient they were with me. I would be like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? And so I've gotten more comfortable just like asking questions and speaking Spanish, whether it's just like going into the shops or ordering a burger like I did at lunch today. But like it's just given me so much confidence, like seeing how much I've grown and like hearing that also from others.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the challenges that I've faced.
For me, when I came into this, originally I was planning to go to Portland State University, and Verto was just going to be like, oh, casual pit stop along the way. Little did I know it would like, you know, totally shift my perspective. And like from everything from like going to all the trips that we took, like Cadiz and Morocco, to like the Aracena hike, and like seeing beautiful landscapes, beautiful cities, like wonderful people, and like especially self-discovery lab, and the emphasis on like, who do you want to be? What is your, like, become the person that you want to be and find your best way to be your best self. Made me realize that like my goal, like another one of my goals that I never thought I ever would have before, is like to travel and to explore. And I never was somebody who wanted to travel. And this made me realize that I am. So I ended up switching my post-Verto plan to going to community college so that I can have like a year before I finish the rest of my degree to do that. And like self-discovery lab helping me realize that like, that is like, I can be the person that I want to be, and I can be bold in who I want to be. And that's just like a really incredible thing that I can't, like, it's so bold to assume that I just thought I could casually like, you know, do this for a while,
not let it affect
so
you.
naive. Like obviously it was going to be a total transformation and a total perspective shift, you know? So I'm really grateful that I overcame that challenge, because it's incredible, but it was a little bit of a challenge for sure.
That most valuable thing that I would say I'm taking away from Verto is just knowing myself and knowing how important it is to like say yes to these things. I would have never thought that I would spend my first semester of college abroad, but I said yes. I would have never thought that I would be dancing a flamenco, learning the Sevillanos dance up on the rooftop with Sam, but I said yes. And so just it taught me to like say yes to these things. And so when I go to South Florida next semester, I'm gonna try out some clubs that I haven't maybe before I wouldn't have joined, or I'm gonna volunteer for things that maybe I haven't done, or like how we both were at the trash pickup by the river, and I was like, I don't know, just at home I usually wouldn't have done that stuff. And so saying yes to like all these things and putting myself outside my comfort zone has definitely been something I'm so grateful for, and I'm gonna take home with me.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, I really learned how to like take a chance, because this was something that like I said, I never had any interest in traveling before, but Verto was kind of my way of like trying something new and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And by trying something new and putting myself in a position where I was like really like kind of like a shot in the dark, it turned out to be something truly incredible, and truly like I grew a lot, and I learned a lot of things that I would have never learned. So it's making me reflect and wonder, what other areas of my life am I being closed-minded about? What other areas of my life can I also like take a chance on and grow, you know? So just learning to be open to growth and not be closed-minded. And I always consider myself an open-minded person, but you know, there's always more, like there's more ways to grow, there's more ways to learn. And just knowing that, like fully understanding that now is like it's a cool feeling to have, to know that there's more out there if I'm just willing to find it.
Thank you. So many. So I'm just gonna start by thinking like Verto as a whole. I never like I just saw this on my application for South Florida and I was like, what is this thing? Let me look into it. But like to see what it's turned into, I'm just so grateful for. And my academic coordinator, Nadia, and my student life coordinator, Fran, I just want to thank you guys because I don't know, you're just so kind to me and you make me feel so welcome. For example, my family, my mom came to visit and it was a Friday, so no students were in the building. But like I walked past and I saw that they were in here working. And so I was just coming to say hey, but they're like, oh, hi, you want a whole tour of the building? And so Fran and Nadia walked me and my mom and my neighbor upstairs and they showed us all like the rooftop and everything.
Yeah.
And then to end it, we were like, oh man, we're hungry. Like, where are we gonna go? And Nadia's like, oh, I can show you a place. And she just walks us down the road to a restaurant. And so this just like shows kind of how like all the Verto staff here, like Sam, Maria, Esther, like all of you guys I'm so thankful to meet you guys. And just to sit at the table and have conversations with you guys. It really like your words don't go unnoticed. And so I really thank you for making this experience so incredible for me.
That's so sweet. I think whoever, like all the trailblazers and like the people on social media, like putting that outreach out is so important. Like your work is recruiting students like me. That's the reason I found this program, you know, scrolling on Instagram. So whoever made that, like, thank you. Keep making that because it really shows like how incredible this like that's so real. Verto is so full of adventure and so full of lifelong memories, you know, so that is important work. And also Alberto, I'm very thankful to him. He is a member of the Do Eat staff where we get at the cantina. And he like always, whenever I get breakfast or whenever I get dinner, he like greets me with a smile and he calls me by my name, which is like, you know, I'm not just like a lost face in a crowd. Like I have a name and we have an exchange and he makes me feel like I truly belong. And like all of those little interactions add up. Like that's what makes a great experience. That's what makes you feel like you're at home, you know? So that's the kind of stuff that I feel so, so thankful for and that I'm not going to forget.